All right. Welcome to SideboardMTG. My name's Eric, and you might have guessed it, we're doing Sealed for tonight's stream. This was sponsored by another Eric from our community. Thank you very much for giving us a code. We're going to be using that code tonight to play a free Sealed event. Please, everyone, if you did do your pre-release, check your tokens. There should be a code in there that will allow you to get a free online Sealed. So don't forget to check those. I'm going to get started, so hope you guys enjoy. We've got some things coming up after the event tonight. As most of you will notice, I have not done my quest today. Had some other things to do. So after the Sealed event, if you guys want to stick around, we'll do some quests. We've got a deck to win, which we will probably win just because we play a game in our Sealed event. And then, of course, if we happen to play Boros, then we might cast 20 red or white spells. So we could end up completing our quest while we're doing the Sealed event, but for the most part, I'm just going to worry about playing the Sealed event, building that deck the best that I possibly can, and then kind of going from there. If we happen to get some quests completed, then we will. Whatever's left on the quest, we'll finish those up after the fact. So we're going to... Nightbot. Jeez. Ignore Nightbot, guys. Ignore Nightbot. Anyway, we're going to get started with this. Hope everyone's having a good time. I hope everyone had a really good weekend. And let's get some shout outs here. We've got Cody, Ramos, Ramo, Madness, Marcus, and Rush are here right now. So thanks for showing up, guys. And let's get started on our Sealed Guilds of Ravnica. For those of you that don't know about Sealed, which most of you probably do, you get 6 packs, and then with those 6 packs, you'll open those 6 packs up, and you'll build a deck out of those 6. Now, no matter what, we'll get those 6 packs plus 3 additional packs and 200 gems. So even if we don't win a single game, we're going to get at least 9 packs out of this, and we'll get some gems. Now, as we do continue to win, and I do expect to win some number of games, no matter what we pull, I do expect to win some number of games before we reach our 3 losses. We will start to rack up additional resources here, and those resources in this particular event are gems. So the major goal would be to get 7 wins before we got 3 losses, get that extra 2,200 gems, and that would be great. But realistically here, we're just hoping for any number of wins so that we can get some additional resources to put towards other events and things like that here on Arena. Now, I know a lot of you guys are still wondering about Magic Online and what's going on there, what's going on with manatraders, things like that. We're 2 days off of manatraders' initial stock, and then they said that they would have some cards available, as the 3rd got there. Expect some shortages between the 3rd and the 7th. So we should be able to start renting cards on the 3rd, and after the 7th, we should have absolutely no problems renting cards. Remember, they are kind of like your LGS. They do have to purchase cards, and people have to, open packs and things like that and sell those back to the bots in order for manatraders to get their stock. So I'm sure that those bots are just, frantically buying cards right now. But it will not be long, and we'll have access to all cards in Guilds of Ravnica, all cards in Standard again. And then at that point, we're going to start using Magic Online to brew and play with decks. And then once we know what we want, right, I'm going to take the knowledge of, hey, this is the best Izzet deck that I can build, or this is the best Izzet deck for the current format, that sort of thing, and then we're going to start building those decks here on Arena. Now, I personally think that that's the best route to take, because it will allow you to not misuse your Arena resources. And in Arena, your only resources are really, the amount of gold that you can earn and the amount of gems, which you can use in the store to buy packs and things like that. But you also get, your wild cards, and you only have so many resources unless you just can stick a ton of money into it. You're only going to have so many resources, so I don't like the idea of wasting those resources. So I will be building my decks on Magic Online, doing some testing there, making sure that I know the route I want to take with my deck. As of right now, as far as like looking at Izzet decks and things go, it looks like there's going to be about 3 or 4 different builds that people are trying out. There's spell heavy decks, you know, there's like the Wee Knots, Crackling Drake, you know, versions. There's the Arclight Phoenix version. There's the Sarkhan Niv Mizzet version. You know, Izzet Dragons and things like that. So there are definitely some different builds, and I want to make sure that I solidify those before we start building here on Magic Online. The one deck that I did know that I wanted to build was the Wizards deck, the Mono Blue Wizards. You guys got some gameplay of that last night. It went pretty good. So, Rush says, you also got your first Assassin's Trophy. There you go, Rush. I know you were excited about that. Cody says his Golgari box was garbage. Picked Selesnya next day, almost went 3-1, but the last game lost to a better build Mirror. Oh man, that's heartbreaking. Actually, you did get a Boros Shockland and traded it for a Dimir one. You wanted to. Yeah, well, that was nice. So I'm glad that you got the cards you want. And that's one of the beauties of Magic the Gathering is, hey, I didn't get the card I want. And being able to trade that to someone else for the card you want is always terrific. And that's something we just don't have here on Arena. I really wish there was a trading system or something like that. But there's not. So we work with what we've got. And, you know, as we build the collection, I definitely just don't want to waste resources. So for those of you wondering about MTGO, though, it is not gone. MTGO is just in a weird spot right now. Very hard to get access to all of the cards without just spending a ton of money. You know what I mean? So while the cards are in limited access, we're going to be playing a lot of Arena. So, all right, guys, I've run my mouth for long enough here. So let me read just a little bit more chat, and we'll get into it. You've already pulled at least 2 Assassin's Trophies on Arena already. Your buddy also pulled Promo Trophy at pre-release. Isn't that like $100? Promo Trophy. No trophies for you, but you got a Dimir Shock, Mission Briefing, Foil Lich traded with your buddy for some sweet foils for Commander. Well, that's great. Again, trading, you know, like, it is a TCG. It is a trading player, or a trading player game, a trading card game. So, you know, I do like the fact, I love to hear that people are trading, you know, having their trade binders, things like that. That's always the greatest. Jeskai Mentor. Jeskai Mentor may be a really good deck. I expect the control decks to go in Jeskai Mentor, things like that. Or not Jeskai Mentor, but I expect the control decks to be in Jeskai this time around. Only maybe splashing white for like Teferi or maybe a couple other, you know, sweet white removal spells. But I actually expect it to be a lot of blue-red control. Blue-red control, splashed white for Teferi and things. But I just don't really expect blue-white by itself to be just extremely strong right now. You don't want to run things like Meandering River and stuff like that. So you can now, Madness says, I can now imagine stores being like, hey, I'll trade you this guy for that player. This guy for that guy. All right, yeah, here we go. We don't like this guy over here. We're gonna send him down the road to the other magic shop, and you send us somebody, and we'll see how that works, right? Does that not already happen? Huh? Anyway, guys, we've got 6 packs. Let's open them up. Take a look at what we've got. It should show us the rares right off the bat. Well, these are some pretty decent rares, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. Well, right off the bat, there's this big bad Niv Mizzet that I knew at some point I was going to have to buy Niv Mizzets or you know, trade my wild cards for Niv Mizzets. From what I understand, though, Niv Mizzet is one of the strongest cards in Draft and Sealed right now, and I don't think that I want to go without playing him. So probably going to be playing some Niv Mizzet tonight. We'll have to look at the rest of our cards, but from this looks really, really sweet. Thousand Year Storm could possibly be really good as well. It's just really going to depend on if we have enough spells to complement these things. But Niv Mizzet looks absolutely terrific. We've also got, Lazav. Lazav is a terrific card. And if we do have the support for Lazav, then Lazav himself could be absolutely terrific. Maybe even some type of Grixis deck. I don't know. We'll have to see what type of mana fixing and stuff we have, because Niv Mizzet is going to be a little bit difficult to play. But I'm going to say we're probably not going Boros. Depending on what our other cards are, it looks like we're going to be Izzet or Grixis. I don't think that I can pull a bomb like Niv Mizzet and not play it, as long as we have at least some support for it. So depending on mana fixing, we may end up in something like Grixis and get in here with this Lazav. But Thousand Year Storm could be very good too. Getting some additional copies of certain spells could be absolutely awesome. Niv Mizzet seems like that's going to be great. So, alright guys, let's take a look and see what we got in the rest of our packs. I guess I should go ahead and say that Night of Autumn was also a terrific pull. Night of Autumn is just absolutely terrific. So let's see if we can, yeah, we'll lay it out like this so you guys can see it a little bit better. So for our 1 mana spells here, we got a grid for battle. I don't see anything just really sticking out that it's like I have to play this card. I do like the Flying Vigilance Mentor. This card's actually not bad. Luminous Bonds is just a great removal spell. And then, we have some enchantments and things like that. So if we did end up in like a green-white build or something like that, maybe. I think I want to go look at my multicolored cards here and then kind of come back from that. So I'm going to go ahead and skip on over to multicolored. Looks like we got a Dimir pack, ladies and gentlemen. Although there are some we got a Crackling Drake, the Golgari Locket, that'll give us a little bit of black fixing. We can get a little red fixing here. Okay, this could very easily be a Grixis deck, ladies and gentlemen. Rampaging Monument, I don't think so. We got a Dimir Guildgate, we got a Gateway Plaza. This may not be that horrible. Play it on turn 2. Just kind of pray, right? So we've got a little bit of land. We got a little bit of mana fixing here. I don't think we're going to be in green-white. I don't see enough support in green-white. A little bit of land fixing though, so that's not bad. But we have got a ton. Let's grab some cards for now. We're going to grab all of our. Man, we've got multiple Izzet Lockets. That's pretty sweet. Notion Rain is going to be absolutely terrific. Disinformation Campaign, if we do have enough Surveil, we can do some great things with that. Darkblade Agent, if we can Surveil, it gets Death Touch and can allow us to draw some additional cards. Thought Seizure, another great card. Thought Seizure is just great. I am so glad that they put this at an uncommon. Lazav's probably going to be good. Being able to Surveil, on a stick's going to be awesome. Dimir Spybug's hard to deal with, and if we do have enough Surveil, we can do some great things with that. Artful Takedown is a great spell. Whenever we cast an instant or sorcery that target, I doubt we're going to be using Beam Splitter Mage. Piston Cyclops could be pretty decent, at least at holding things back. So I mean, we may end up playing some Piston Cyclops. Disinformation Campaign, though, I think that I just have to play that. And then, of course, the Darkblade Agent probably fits, especially if we have some Surveil at instant speed. So for now, I'm just kind of grabbing. Wow, we've got multiple Darkblade Agents.